Stages of a Sister's Grief. Chapter 1. The Phone Call. Part 1. The Dream. Written and read by James. We begin with the dream. I was in a house. No, it was only a room, but I could see there was a light coming from somewhere. Maybe it was another room, a very small room. The light coming from said room was blocked like light beaming under a door. It was dim, very dim and hard to make out. I could hear nothing except the echo of my own voice hollering. "Hello! Hello," I said. There was no answer. It seemed to go on forever, just the same actions on repeat. Finally, something different. The hairs on my arm went up and I could feel some sort of electricity. That's when I heard the very first song. It was Waiting for the Night by Depeche Mode. It was playing ever so softly, giving me the damn creeps. Just wait, it gets worse. I then heard a voice calling my name. "Jamie, Jamie, come find me." At first I was like, who the heck is this? And then it hit me. "Jamie, Jamie, Jamers, come here." I knew it was Brian. I wasn't sad because I had no idea at this point he had passed. I was very annoyed, yelling, "Stop playing games, I think it's time for dinner." I searched and got more annoyed. I never found him. He then calls me again, but this time it was interrupted by Elijah's voice, screaming at me to open the door. Brian says, "Wake up." Elijah's voice got louder and louder. I can now hear the banging on my bedroom door. I suddenly jump up out of my sleep and gasp. I shake it off and start yelling at Elijah. "I'm sleeping! What do you want?" I opened the door and he began to yell back, saying, "It's an emergency. Grandma's been calling you." I grab my phone and realize it's around 5:30 on the 17th of July. Wow, I slept forever and didn't even hear my phone. I thought, that's weird, and began to dial her number. As I dialed, I immediately got that feeling of dread. I knew someone had died, and I honestly thought it was my father. The Phone Call, Part 2. I dialed my mother with a feeling like I'm about to puke. I tell the kids to go wait in the living room. Stretch is there, and he's intensely watching me. My mother answers, and I knew right away she had been crying. She says, "Jamie, are you sitting down?" I reply, "Yes." "What's going on? Mom, what is it?" She then tells me 3 words I will not repeat here. Instead, I will replace them with, "Brian passed away." I screamed and screamed and screamed, sobbing loudly. And finally, my mom had to yell at me to snap me out. I then heard the song again, as if it was playing from my own bathroom/walk-in closet. My mother says, "Is there someone with you?" After replying yes, she tells me to hand the phone over. I slowly hand the phone to Stretch and slide like a limp body off the bed, smacking the floor with a loud thud. Stretch, looking scared with the most pale, white, sweaty skin, says hello softly. I do not know what my mother said or what he did in the next couple minutes. I just laid there on the carpet sobbing annoyingly loud, mixed with screams from a B-rated horror movie. My kids walk in and I suddenly come to like a Lifetime movie of a coma patient that wakes up after 20 years. They were standing there with the same tears and faces as when the police brought them over to me to inform me of Donnie. I broke a little more, meaning the crack in my heart from my husband's suicide now cracked across the whole heart. It was finally becoming a scar, but now the wound was reopened, this time much bigger and much more deep than I'd care to share. Elijah then asked, "Did Grandpa die?" I dropped my head down and tried to say, I began to wail like a baby coyote looking for her mother. I need my mother. Where is she? So far away in Nebraska? I hated it. I hate it. Elijah finishes my words, and Riley begins to sob the same as I. I wave them both over, sit up, and hold them both so tight I might as well have suffocated them with pillows. I wasn't breathing either. That lasted until finally Riley pushed me away and took a huge breath in. We all did. Riley ran to his room and he grabbed Brian's leather jacket and he put it on. Elijah went to his room and he started slamming things around. I just got up slowly, started humming the Depeche Mode song and like a possessed crazy woman, and walked into the bathroom. Poor Stretch. Not knowing which direction to go, he finally wandered off towards Riley. I began to put up the black lace and butterfly designed curtain I recently bought. Stretch walks in and asks what I need. I tell him to call Katie, and he does. He sets up my babysitter if I need to fly to Portland. Katie is my distant best friend. No matter how far apart or how much time goes by, we can always count on each other. They end the phone call, and he hands me the phone. I wait for my mother to call back. When she finally does, I'm the rock I was for Donnie's death, my grandmother's death, 3 of my good friends, and all 4 of my pets, including Mishka, which we put her down today. I was a statue of numb-blinding denial, and I wasn't gonna break. I have yet to break. I am still a standing statue, full of pretend smiles and drowning in anger. Eventually I will crumble. This time I know I can. I have the most amazing and strong boys to hold me up, my parents to encourage me from afar, my twin, Chandra. She'll call me at that exact moment when you need her, and I also have Stretch. He'll catch my fall. I will fall. I'm just waiting for it. I'm waiting for the night. Thank you for listening. Produced by Cool Kitten. Next up, Chapter 2, Left Behind. The following is a song that I recorded. It is called Waiting for the Night by Depeche Mode.
shine.